Founded in the year 805, the Principality of Andorra is a landlocked micro-state nestled high in the Pyrenees Mountains between France and Spain, with its capital Andorra la Vella being the highest in Europe. There's plenty of tax-free shopping here, and with over 300 days of sunshine a year, it's a perfect spot for summer mountain biking, which is of course why we are here today. Vallnord Bike Park has over 40 kilometres of downhill, cross-country and enduro trails, meaning there is something for everyone. I'm Rob Warner. Joining me is Bart Brenshens, the 1996 Olympic gold medalist. How are you, Bart? Looking forward to this?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, especially here on altitude. I feel really great always on that high level, and it's a great atmosphere.
But let me tell you, you're always on a high level. As we look at the women warming up, there's Jolanda Neff,
your current leader.
Remember, in short track, and this is the 4th of the year, no one else has won a race except Anneke Langvad.
Yeah, Anneke Langvad, she did so good already earlier this year, but she's a bit injured.
And here are the current World Cup standings then. And Jolanda Neff leads after Anneke Langvad was forced out of last week's cross-country race in a start line pile-up. Ferran Prevot just 169 points back in 3rd. And Maya, with that win last week, moves up to 4th. And these are Bart's bullet points for tonight's cross-country short track.
Yeah, cross-country, the 4th race this year. And it's a race here on altitude, 2,000 meters high. Overtaking on this course, it's difficult. There's a lot of corners, and there's only one line which is good rideable. And Ken Langvad has her perfect season in short track this year.
That's a good question for you. Do you think she can, Bart? How is that injury? We'll come back to that in a minute. Here are the World Cup points on offer tonight. It's half of what's on offer on Sunday's cross-country race. 125 points for the win tonight instead of 250. And of course, the top 16 positions today fill the front 2 rows of the start grid on Sunday's cross-country race.
So there's a lot of things going on, and it's important for the riders.
Here's the track then, Bart.
2,000 meters height where we are. 1 kilometer in length almost. Short track it is. 30 meters of climbing, not too much. But to be in a good position on a course like this, it's very important. And the race length will be like maximum 25 minutes. I think a bit shorter.
And Bart, this is a very, very all-out 20-25 minutes. How much harder is that going to be at this altitude? Because my word, I can't imagine doing it with a lack of oxygen watching the others this year.
Yeah, in the beginning of the race you don't feel it, and even the riders there wouldn't feel it at all. But after like a few minutes already, your lungs will burning, your legs will burning, and that hurts a lot.
Okay, let's go down to the finish area. Rick Scott, Maya Wostowska.
Maya, a big victory in the XCO last weekend. Are you fancying your chances in the short track tonight?
Always victory gives you another motivation and boost of energy, so I hope it will work that way. Short track in Val di Sole was not the best for me, but this one here, it's totally different. It's high altitude, so I think we can expect everything. I feel really good after last Sunday, so yeah, I will fight for it.
Do you think the climb is going to be crucial tonight?
Actually, I think that single trace and that flat part, because the climb is quite short. Okay, if there is a fight in between, let's say 3 riders, then that's a perfect place to attack. But I think it's easy to lose some time on the single trace, so you need to be really focused there.
Maya, thanks very much. Good luck this evening.
Thank you.
Fighting talk from Maya. She sounds like she's up for this one. It's 20 degrees out, Bart. Not too hot, not too cold. It's about right.
Yeah, it's a nice temperature, but I think the lack of oxygen, that's the main problem for the riders. And the rider, it doesn't mean that much. But what I think after that win from Maya last week, she has a lot of confidence. And we knew from her she will fight for it again really hard.
So plenty of fans up here on a Friday evening in La Massana Bike Park.
It's a beautiful area.
It is absolutely amazing, you're right. So Jolanda Neff comes to the line. The world champion, the World Cup Series leader for 2018 as well.
Umbrellas to protect the riders against the sun.
Anneke Langvad next to her in the red. Mojoska. Anu Tauber coming over there as well. Alexandra Keller. And these are the top 8 riders in this year's World Cup overall.
It is. Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, Emily Betty.
Second row of the grid, you can see Annie Last and Kate Courtney pulling up.
Linda Indergant. She was involved in that crash last week too in Val di Sole in the cross-country race. Barbara Benko from the Ghost team.
And we better say happy birthday to Linda Indergant, 25 years old today. Congratulations.
Friday the 13th with the 13th number on her bike.
Oh, Bart. Shouldn't have meant. Is it Friday the 13th today?
Yeah, Friday the 13th.
I didn't even know that. And I'm superstitious. So, Elizabeth Brandau. I can't imagine that broken rib is feeling a lot better than it did a week ago. Emily Batty next to her. Great ride in last Sunday's cross-country race, showing us how hot it is up here. Pauline Ferrand-Prévot from France, Canyon Factory Racing. Unbeaten so far in short track in 2018, Anneke Langvad. Jolanda Neff having some fun with her teammate. Yeah, Jolanda's got herself her own umbrella girl. Maja Wojtowska. And asking if they're going to ride like that as well. You never know. It's definitely be a good thing to stop people overtaking. So there's Anu Tauber. And finishing off the front row, Alexandra Keller. Just 22 years old, third in the Val di Sole short track. Reza Gula Henrique from Brazil, carrying a number 17 plate. And this is the rest of the start list. We know Gunrita Dahler not starting, but she's unwell. There's a few big names out tonight.
Yeah, also Jana Belamoina not starting.
Times the cows onto the second row, the former World Cup winner from a few years ago, finding some form again. Annie Last there, second row as well, number 11. Eva Lechner, the Italian, number 29.
40 riders we have.
And Julie Brisset, that's her first short track of the year, the 2012 Olympic champion. Some riders not favouring this so much because you may pay a price in Sunday's race, right, Bart?
It is, yeah. But to start here on this course, it's very important. After the start, they go right immediately. There's a sharp corner, so the positions are very important, and there's not that much to overtake each other. Maja Zozowska, she explained it already in her interview.
So the laps will be decided once they've had time to time them and work out how many it's going to need to take us to around the 20-minute mark, actually, we believe it is now, don't we?
Yeah, the length course, it's a bit less than a kilometer. And I don't know exactly, especially here on altitude, it's hard to predict how long it will take. It's not an easy ride for these women.
Short track number 4 of 2018 about to get underway here then in Vallnord and Dora.
You will start any time in the next 15 seconds.
And can Anneke Langvad in the red there stay perfect? She's going to be one of the riders to the front. Neff into the first turn.
Here is the first turn, what I said.
It's a very
difficult.
short straight dart.
It's really short, yeah. And especially after that, you see it's bumpy everywhere.
Langvad really getting the elbows together there with Emily Batty. Looked a bit uncomfortable for a second. Anneke won't want to crash again, Bart, on the start after last week's cross-country race.
Might be a bit more,
Nervous.
Nervous also. And she felt that pain a little bit still in her body.
Yep. I mean, it was a bad injury if it was enough to see her pull out of that race.
Yeah, otherwise she wouldn't pull out.
No, that's right. And
Pauline Ferrand-Prévot is moving to the front with the blue, white and red.
Well, see it. The pack all bunching up there a little bit as they head into the trees.
After this here, it's a wide course, but there's only one line where riders are the best where they can ride, so it's difficult for them to overtake here. There's Langvad.
Marsdowska was leaving this big off-camber turn. Much easier in the dry than it is the wet, that's for sure.
Yeah, we had a lot of rain actually in the beginning of the week, but the last 2 days it's dry again, and the course, especially this short track course, it's totally dry.
It's incredible, actually, how much rain we've had and how dry the ground is. There goes Brandu in the fluorescent orange helmet. Tauber goes through on the orange bike behind her, and it's Marsdowska leading at the moment. Keller trying to go with her. Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, Jolanda Neff, Emily Batty, Annie Last on the number 11 bike. And then Barbara Benko goes through in the white, and there's Anneke Langvad with the number 2 plate on the front of her bike.
Kate Cockney behind her. The two specialized riders together.
But this is already looking like a different race to some of the short tracks we've seen this year. They're really spread out already.
It is, yeah. There's one line, riders behind each other. And especially these sections over here. I mean, you have to carry on your speed a little bit, but it's hard to overtake each other. And you will see it here as well. Riders, they stay where they are and try and find out how that first lap, how it goes, how quick it goes, how fast they can take the corners. And what we see right now, like a group of 8, small gap to Langvad. And it's really hard to come back as well after a quick start, what they have done.
And is that made even harder by the fact we're up at altitude here?
Yeah, as well.
You said that the riders won't feel it initially, is that right? Even when they're going this hard, they because they prepared so well for it? Or?
A lot of riders, they have done altitude training before Val di Sol, the World Cup we had last week. And they are well prepared for a high intensity ride here on altitude. Now the riders have slowed down a little bit. It gives the opportunity for a couple of them to come back. Langvad now to the front.
Yep, Keller was there at the moment, the closest to us. Alessandra Keller, she's in the top 5 at 2 short track races this year, so she finds these two alike. And Kate Courtney now in 3rd place there in the full red kit. And it looks like Langvad making a move around the outside. There she is with the red top with the white cross on the back of it. So Langvad right at the front. Remember, Bart.
This is that short climb what the riders have to do each lap again. And that's a high intensity power what they have to deliver.
And Katrin Sturdam in there as well. They're going to have to keep an eye on her, actually. The 2014 cross-country eliminator world champion.
A discipline which is also very short and high intensity riding. So something what she suits pretty well.
So on lap 2 of 7.
Keller.
And it's Keller out front. Langvad goes through in 2nd place. Kate Courtney there in the red. Vizhovska in the white. Neff, her teammate. Couple of riders back from her. There's Annie Last dropping
Julie
back.
Brissett. Good race for her so far. Brandau followed by Anne Tauber in the red, white and blue. So
both those riders, Bart, are injured, right?
Yeah, also Tauber, she had a problem with her pink. It's not decided yet if it's broken or not, but at least it's very painful for her, and especially when it's so bumpy on a course like this.
I'll be honest,
it hurts a lot.
I don't think your little finger should look like an S-bend. I think it's broke. It's got a big bend in the middle of it if it's not. I don't know.
You're right with that.
So
it's Keller.
Riding in some pain, I'd imagine. Langvad looking less distraught after that accident last week.
Stiernemann on 3rd place. Katrin Stiernemann from Switzerland. But the riders are still close together.
Yes.
And probably they will slow down again a little bit on that start-finish area, what we saw before, the previous lap as well. Keller, Langvat, not giving it all.
No,
It's like that.
Emily Batty in there in the blue kit. I think it's around 6th place as well. The two cross teammates, Neff and Mara Wojdowska there as well in the white. Is there an opportunity for them two to work together in this event?
Definitely they will. Like Langvat, Kate Courtney, but also Keller with Stiernemann. They're both on the same team. Over the bridge.
And Jolanda Neff needs to keep an eye on Anneke Langvad because we could see that leader's jersey switch back.
52 points in between these two.
Yeah.
Neff and Langvat.
Remember, 125 for the winner.
But I think especially here on altitude, the effort what they have to deliver right now, it costs a lot. And there's a cross-country race coming up on Sunday. So if they spend too much energy for this race, they will feel it the next day, and they need to have to be recovered for Sunday.
And we're talking to teammates. Anneke Langvad leads her teammate, Kate Courtney, there in 3rd place now, the American rider.
Pauline Van tries to move to the front, outside.
All of a sudden, things starting to look a little bit frantic here.
Keller again.
Attacking on this climb and pulling away a little bit from Langvad.
Especially this short climb, you have to give all the power you have. It's a sprint to the top. Jolanda Neff on 3rd position right now, behind Langvat. 52 points in between these two.
Into the trees then for the 3rd time, lap 3 of 7. Pauline Ferrand-Prévot still there in the red, white and blue. There goes Anna Tauber.
Followed by Annie Last. It's Keller who's pushing hard.
So Keller looking like she might pull this field apart. Just 22 years old. Had her best World Cup cross-country finish this year with a 4th in Albstadt.
Linda Indergant in the red.
Number 13 on Friday the 13th.
Her birthday.
And her birthday. Hopefully that cancels out the bad luck. So, a block of red comes towards us. Team Thomas and Team Specialised at the front. And the lady in white starting to mix things up a little bit. Neff pushes through.
Emily Batty together with them too. Pauline Ferrand-Prévot. All close together. Everything is still possible right now.
Yep.
Barbara Benko in the white. And Maja Zozowska, national champion from Poland, who won the World Cup last Sunday in Val di Sole, Italy.
Her first cross-country World Cup win in 6 years. It's a shame these riders haven't got time to take in the view, but it is stunning up here at the top of La Massana Bike Park.
Especially when the sun goes down, or in the morning as well, when the sun rises there, it's beautiful.
I'm not kind of around at that time of the day, but I haven't enjoyed the sunrise. The sunset, I can clarify, is very nice. Up over the bridge they come around again then to finish lap 3 now.
It's Langvat still who's leading.
Doesn't she look composed at the front as well? Look at her, rock steady on that bike bar.
She looks very strong. Barbara Benko coming to the front with the number 15 on her bike. Elisabeth Brandau here with the number 9 here at the last rider of this group. Followed by Anne Tauber. She finished 2nd last week in the short track.
It does look like there's almost starting now to be 2 groups. This leading pack and then a chasing one. Brando doing well to get on to the back wheel of this. Tauber really trying as well. And this climb might be talent. It's Keller at the front again. Langvad watching her every move. Neff closest to us. Kate Courtney making a move on the other side of the track there. Drops back a little bit. But the pace seems to be lifting already.
Yeah, positions for the riders are really important, especially here at the top. After that, there starts the really fast descent, where it's difficult to overtake each other. And these riders know that as well. And when it comes almost halfway this race, it's getting more serious. And yeah, the position, all these positions count a lot. if there will be an attack in the front for these riders already here at the 5th or 6th position, it's really hard to come back. Brandau, Elisabeth Brandau from Germany.
Keller to the bottom first.
With Jolanda Neff.
Right there with her as well. Langvad just behind Courtney in 4th place. Kate Courtney's been strong at this bar all year as well.
It is, yeah, as a young rider for her. She does really well in short track too.
No top 5 for her yet.
Now, Jolanda Neff is pushing it hard. Followed by Keller. A small gap to Langvad, not too much. But Langvad is taking, Jolanda Neff is taking the corners really fast.
She certainly will, that we know that.
And this might be a test as well for the last lap, if it comes together again. After this kind of an attack, and it seems to be like that.
It does look to me like Jolanda decided to go here, but that's a fair effort to let them slip back. Langvad looks to be very aware of it though, up out of the saddle there.
And the gaps between the riders are opening now, right now.
Which means the pace is being lifted by Jolanda Neff. She looks over her shoulder.
It's only Keller who can follow her.
Alexandra Keller right there.
And she finished 3rd last week. A strong ride from her last week too. And now making the pace. Langvad is coming back.
Look at that. Gap back to nothing in no time.
So struggling a bit with all these corners. But when it comes to a straight line, Langvad is so powerful. Kate Courtney is coming to the front.
The number 10 of Kate Courtney. First year elite rider.
Maya Zozowska with Pauline Ferrand-Prevot in Indergant. Chasing group of 3.
The rider's face is starting to show some pain, Bart. Lap 5 of 7.
3 laps to go.
1 and 2 in the overall World Cup standings in 1st and 2nd in this race right now. Emily Batty there, the number 7 in the turquoise kit. Still in this leading pack.
And it looks like Jolanda is pushing it again really hard after the top.
She looks
in
powerful.
that fast descent.
Neff with the power tonight.
She will
Sat
try
down
again.
all the way up that climb.
Definitely she will try again. Langvad 2nd place, Keller on 3. What can she do? She will try and make an attack here in this descent.
I mean, Bart, you know, for Langvad and Neff, there's a lot of points, crucial points on offer tonight. 125 for that win. Is that why we're seeing them go so hard? Because this could affect the performance on Sunday.
Yeah, but also a tactical race. Neff, we knew she's very strong in the descents. And that's what she tries to get away.
And again, pulls out 4 or 5 bike lengths just like that. Is it going to be harder for the riders to recover from this than the other short track races of the year because of the altitude?
Because of the altitude. Most of the riders, they don't sleep here in altitude, so they sleep a bit low, but it's still 1,500 meters where they are with the hotel. So that helps a bit to recover quicker, but still, the effort what they have to give right now, what they have to deliver at the moment, it's really painful for lungs and legs.
Jolanda Neff still leads, opened up that gap on that descent.
She's really quick in the corners.
Holding on to it at the moment. Remember, if you just joined us, Annika Langvad is unbeaten so far in short track races.
Emily Batty again on her hardtail bike. So it means this bike, what all riders are using in the short track, they have to use that as well in the cross country on Sunday. And especially on this course here, it has a lot of rocky sections, that cross country course.
So coming round then to penultimate lap here in Vallnord, Andorra. Short track number 4, live on Red Bull TV if you've just joined us.
But it looks like Jolanda Neff is going away.
It would be her first victory in short track of 2018.
A small gap to Langvad.
She wants to keep hold of that leader's jersey. Look how hard she's going now, Bart.
And that's just the descent what she did.
But she knows if she can get to the top of that descent again with a gap, she should extend that lead.
2 seconds. It's nothing.
It's a similar sort of battle on a much smaller scale that we saw in Novia Mesto. Neff quicker on the downhills and Langvad
right.
quicker on the climbs. So this could be Tallinn, this climb now.
Langvad pushing a big gear, try to recover from that fast descent what Jolanda Neff did.
Good news, Bart, I think, is that hand injury from last weekend's cross-country race for Langvad doesn't seem to be bothering her.
It's true, yeah, it's good to see that. Keller
on the right
Langvad.
now. And Keller's going to have a go at Neff as well. And now Langvad and Keller go by Neff. And Neff, has she gone too hard too soon?
I think she blew up. Yeah, what you said. She did it last week as well in that short track when she ran away after the start immediately. Blew up in the first lap. It looks like she paid the price for that hard and fast descent the previous lap.
She definitely always attacks Bart.
A great style of riding she has.
Yeah, I don't think she's capable of kind of taking it easy.
And you can see her as well. She's pushing hard. Much faster than Langvad here in these corners, but it's hard to overtake her.
It looks like we've got a small gap now to Keller. Yes, we have.
But it might be possible for Jolanda Neff to recover a little bit in this descent.
But again, that's going to be made much harder by the
Tries
fact
to overtake Langvad, but it's impossible.
not around the outside.
Smaller gear.
And we're going to see the first Swiss victory
But it's
in
now
a short
Keller.
track race. And it won't be Jolanda Neff if it stays like this. It'll be Keller out front. Benko gets on the back wheel of Neff now as well.
And Kate Cogney in fifth position. Emily Betty in sixth.
But I get a feeling that Langvad's going to be less bothered about Keller riding away with this one.
Yeah.
Perhaps Neff is a big. I mean, that's a competitor in the overall standings. As long as she's ahead of her, I guess she's going to be quite happy.
Yeah, that's how it is. Of course, she likes to win, but
Yeah.
a second place means much more for the overall.
Well,
She
Langvad
can
now.
beat Jolanda.
Langvad out of the saddle there. Last lap coming up. If anyone's going to catch Keller, it's going to start now. There she goes, the leader. Alessandra Keller goes through.
But what does Barbara Benko has left at the moment? Third of this chasing group. She looks good to me too. We haven't seen her on the podium this year, so it might be a huge opportunity for her to make it. What does she has left?
Well,
Keller, small gap to Langvad.
all out as well. Keller looks to be all out. It's the biggest gap we've had of a leader all race long. Can she hold on to it then? For one more lap, Langvad and this chasing pack. Barbara Benko in third in this pack. Neff there in second place behind Langvad. Here comes Emily Batty across the line in fifth. Kate Corney sixth with her as well.
5 seconds. But Langvad is coming back again to Keller.
But Keller was so strong on this climb a lap ago, and I think it's going to be the same story again. She's going to bury herself on this climb.
From here on, the positions are really important. What can Jolanda do? Not that much,
No.
looks like.
Benko goes by her. Wow.
Langvad pushing hard. Keller still in first position.
And ideally, Jolanda wouldn't have had anyone finish between her and Langvad tonight.
Just
Gonna
a
open
few
up.
seconds.
Keller, the pain. Maybe I just get a heart rate back down a little bit on this descent. Langvad, is she going to be beaten for the first time in short track in 2018?
The dropper seat post for Langvad, which he's using here in the descent. Benko on third position right now. Fair gap Keller has at the moment. Not that far anymore. Jolanda's coming back.
Can she get back into the top three? I don't know if she can now. It's a gritty ride from Alessandra Keller, that's for sure.
Yeah, the overall standing for Jolanda Neff, Langvad.
Keller has given it absolutely everything, Bart.
Yeah, Benko on the third position, but she has something left.
Yeah, Benko does look good.
Yeah, she looks really good.
Is she going to be able to outsprint
But
Annika
also,
Langvad?
Jolanda Neff, she's not that far behind these two. And especially for Jolanda, the overall standing, she's still leading. Points means a lot for her. It looks like Langvad is back in a good shape after that crash from last week. This is for the second place. Keller in the first. Where is she? Almost there.
It's going to be close to coming around and then towards the finish line now. It's been an unbelievable ride for Keller. She made her attack stick. It looks to me like Annika that Jolanda Neff might have gone a little bit early, Bart. She certainly paid the price for it over the last couple of laps.
There's your winner.
So here comes Alessandra Keller then to win her first short track race of 2018. Keller takes it here in the high altitude setting of Andorra. We've got a sprint for second, I think. And Langvad gets on the pedals. Benko trying to go with her. It's a slight uphill to the finish line. And it's going to be Langvad just takes second place. Benko takes third. It is a photo finish.
Langvad second.
It looked like it to me. Neff comes in some 17 seconds back. Emily Batty takes fifth. Kate Courtney, another strong short track performance for her in a sixth place. And here comes Marbajovska battling, trying to catch.
Yeah, Woodruff, seventh.
And those top, there's your 8 that will be on the front row of Sunday's cross-country race. Brando will be the first on the second row. Tauber, Sterneman, Nikhils, Indegan, all on the second row, Bart. So a good evening's work for them as well.
Yeah, you can see the riders as well exhausted. Such a high intensity what they delivered.
High intensity at high altitude. The two things don't go together too well. Skanitsi Lover from the Czech Republic, 16th. And there's the winner, Alessandra Keller, already looking fairly recovered.
A young rider, the youngest of the whole field. Actually, she's still under 23. First time for her to win a short track race.
The pain is real, Bart.
Look how it hurts to Maja Zozowska. Langvad as well. Breathing.
It's not a nice feeling. When you're that out of breath and you can't get any back in you. That's how hard
Especially
they go.
when you stop, then it hurts so much. Then you feel the pain. 2,000 meters elevation where we are. A short race, high intensity. They have to deliver everything in a short time.
Well, at this point, it looked like Jolanda Neff might be the first ever Swiss winner of a short track, but no.
With this move of Alexandra Keller, with 2 more laps to go, it was the right one. The attack of her, the youngest rider. First time she win a short track.
Just 22 years old, actually still an under 23 competitor.
She did a great race already last week, third, and now for the first time a win.
And she is with Rick.
Your first short into you.
It's incredible. I mean, I'm still U23 and I don't know, I had already a good season and a few good short tracks, and I know here's altitude. I raced on a full suspension, so you never know what's gonna happen, and yeah, I'm totally happy and overwhelmed by my win, and yeah, I mean the other girls are also strong, so yeah, Annika win already 3 times, and yeah, it's amazing.
Whenever you crossed the line with 1 lap to go in the lead, were you confident that you'd done the move, you got the job done?
Yeah, I mean, Annika and I don't know, Jolanda was with me. They're all incredibly strong, and yeah, I was in front. I felt good from the beginning in the steep uphill, and I mean, a short track is so hard and it's so short, and you never know if 1 lap is enough, but yeah, it was enough, and I'm super happy.
It's the first Swiss victory as well, so that must be pretty overdue.
Yeah, it's amazing, like there's no words, I don't know, but yeah, as I said, it's like my 3rd year in Elite, but my last year U23, and there's no expectation that you can win World Cups, and it's the first time, it's the first year of short track, so yeah, it's cool.
Alessandra, well done tonight, thank you very much.
Thank you, see you on Sunday.
Cool indeed, but what a win for her. The pain soon turned to a big smile across her
Yeah,
face.
a really big smile, and it's nice to see
Yep.
a lady like that enjoying the victory, the way how she did it. Impressive.
And look
She's
at
in
it.
good shape.
And in a class of her own, actually, you'd have to say at the end of that one. Crosses the line with a chasing duo, still coming up that bridge some way back.
first time for her to have a win as a Swiss rider.
So it's 10 seconds back to Langvad and Benko.
Jolanda Neff on fourth.
17 seconds back in the end. Maja Wojcicka, the winner of last Sunday's cross-country race. 34 seconds back. 8th place though, but still good enough for the front row, so it won't affect her race come Sunday.
No, but also for Sunday, the start positions and especially the first row, it's very important. The first right turn, it's a bit further than the turn in the short track, but also here on this course, it's very important to be in the first 2 start rows. Langvad, she had 3 wins earlier this year already. She's good in this discipline, short track, but it's not her day today. She didn't win it. She became second.
Good performance though, you have to say, of course. Can't win them all, but
it's true, each course is different, and maybe with that injury from last week, she took it a bit easier. Barbara Benko, she finished third. Langvad second, but the winner of today, Keller.
And there is the photo finish. Yeah, best part of a bike length actually as they cross the line. Not sure you needed a photo for that one.
Not really.
Good to see so many people up here. That looks delicious.
It is, enjoying the evening here on high on altitude.
And the men's race is upcoming here live on Red Bull T very shortly. So your top 3.
Barbara Benko. Strong ride from her too.
Yeah, let's see what she can do on Sunday. Defeated for the first time in short track, but still a magnificent second place for Annika Langvad. But Alexandra Keller takes her first short track win.
Ladies and gentlemen, your top 3 in the Mercedes-Benz UCI mountain World Cup here in Vallnord. Barbara Benko, Annika Langvad.
The youngest winner, the first Swiss rider, Alexandra Keller. She won it today, short track race here in Andorra. Keller, what a win. A big smile of her. A great victory.
I think she was quite surprised, pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, maybe she's the youngest of the whole group as well. She didn't expect, probably, she knows as well, Langvad, she's so strong in this discipline.
And after that, with the points added then, Jolanda Neff holds on to that leader's jersey, just 27 points in it now. And Keller moves up to 3rd with that win. I mean, what we said, it is half the points for short track that are available in Sunday's cross-country race, so it is a big deal for Anne Prevost there.
And Maja Wojcicka on 5.
Fran Prevost drops from 3rd to 4th, actually after that. But big news that, Alexandra Keller up to 3rd in the overall.
A strong ride she did.
And Annika is with Rick.
Annika, your first defeat in short track, but you must be happy with a strong second place.
I am very happy with my race today. I mean, I had a little bit of a chaotic week trying to figure out if I could even start the race. Luckily, my hand improved day by day. Now it's actually only a little bit sore, but I can easily ride my bike. So everything taken into consideration. Also, the thin air here is a massive factor you have to be careful about. So I'm very happy with my race.
Are you confident that a hand injury is in a good place for the Sunday XCU?
Yeah, it's always good to have a start toward the front. For sure, I'll be very careful with this start. It's still a little bit, on my mind what happened at the start last week. So I will be very, very careful this time.
Annika, thanks very much. Well done this evening.
Thank you very much.
But do you think that was a controlled effort from Annika tonight, looking forwards to Sunday's race? She sort of said you've got to take care of yourself up here at altitude.
Yeah, and also I think she got a lot of confidence after this race back.
Yeah.
Of course, she was a bit in doubt about her wrist injury from last week, but I think she's in a good shape. That's already what we saw earlier this year, and it looks like she's ready for Sunday. She delivered a great race in this short track race today.
Well, the men are warming up. We'll be right back with the men's short track from Vallnord and Andorra.
Pump up your tires for the world of Red Bull. The best live events, feature films, and shows. Make it your world and download the app for free. Red Bull TV is available on all your devices, anywhere, at any time. Go beyond the ordinary. Get the app now. It's one of the most popular outdoor sports. From its early beginnings to the creation of major events and disciplines. Rolling with the current legends. Everything you need to know about rules, history, and terminology. The ABC of mountain biking, now available on Red Bull TV. They are young, fast, and the best rookies in the world. 7 speedways, 25 young stars, 1 champion. The thrilling 2-wheel spectacle is back for another season.
I have to win because I want to be in Red Bull Rookies Cup champion.
Watch the Red Bull Rookies Cup 2018 live this weekend on Red Bull TV. The Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series celebrates its 10th anniversary. Presents a rapid channel dedicated to bike sports, available anywhere at any time. Go for a spin and explore urban playgrounds on a BMX.
Progression is definitely what makes me go ride every day.
Follow daredevils who push their pedals to the metals in competitive live events.
Here comes Shatter!
Or take on terrains no wheel has ever touched before.
We truly won't know until we step out of our comfort zones and off this continent.
Powered by pedals and passion. The Bike Channel on Red Bull TV.
Welcome back, everyone, live to Vallnord in Andorra for the 4th short track race of 2018. The men are warming up and shortly going to be tackling this kilometre-long track for a race of around 20 minutes. Points on offer towards the overall World Cup standings.
Mathieu van der Poel over there. Corendon Circus team.
Your pick for the win again, Bart?
He won already 2 of the races, the short track races, so he's one of the favorites.
My question to you is, though, he comes from Holland.
Yeah.
He is excited.
Almost below sea level.
Exactly. How's he going to perform here at altitude? I mean, he's quite new to mountain biking.
It's a 20-25 minutes race. Yeah, what we already discussed. They go flat out.
But we'll come back to that. Let's have a look at the current World Cup standings. Excuse me, sorry. So Nino Schurter leads by 310 points to Mathieu van der Poel. It's a healthy lead, actually, in the overall standings. Maxime Marot there, 3rd place for him. Avancini from Brazil having a brilliant year. 5th at the moment. And Sam Gay, despite not finishing the last couple, he finished actually in Val di Sole, but the one before he pulled out, still there in 8th place. And he is the only other short track winner in the field tonight, apart from Van der Poel.
So the 4th race this year, short track race, a race on high altitude, 2,000 meters above sea level. And it's very difficult for the riders here to overtake each other. And can Van der Poel win his 3rd race in short track?
There's the points on offer tonight. In short track, half of what is on offer in Sunday's cross-country race. 125 very valuable points go to the winner.
And so far, Nino Schurter hasn't won a short track race.
Which won't be sitting too well with the Olympic champion. I can't imagine he's very happy about that. So, almost a perfect evening up here, apart from the distinct lack of air. The place is great.
Yeah, the temperature drops down quickly when the sun goes down.
Okay, let's go down to the warm-up zone. Rick is with Nino.
Nino, another big short track race here tonight. What are your tactics?
Yeah, it's a hard track, and we are here on altitude, so I try to get somehow through without giving it all. So yeah, have to see how the race is going. I'm sure it's not going to be that hard racing from the beginning. I think everybody's trying to save a bit for Sunday, but let's see.
Do you think Mathieu is the man to beat again tonight?
Yeah, for sure. He's super strong in this format, and yeah, he's used from the cyclocross, this type of racing, so I think he's the one to beat, yeah.
Nino, good luck this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It looks like he's not giving it all.
Yeah, that's what he's promoting. There's Lars Foster there warming up. Yeah, exactly, Bart. That did sound a little telling there.
Yeah, he tries and saves some energy for Sunday. He knows as well, if I go too hard this Friday evening, it costs so much to recover from that, and there's not that much time. I mean, also for the riders after the finish, they have to go for dinner. They try and like to have a massage, and also that high intensity awakes your body sometimes too much that it's hard to find your sleep.
Yeah, to really calm down. I mean, these riders, a lot of them been nervous, I guess, all afternoon. It is a race, you know, you're going on the start line. It's a serious business.
Yeah, it's serious business. The points what they can get here, but also the first 2 rows for Sunday race, the start, it's very important, and that's why they go flat out.
Okay, we've got Mathieu van der Poel down with Rick.
Mathieu, does this track suit you this evening?
Yeah, I think so. It's only I want to wait if the altitude is going to affect me or not, but I think the track is quite good. It's also some small parts that are quite technical, and I think that's a good thing for the short track.
There's another climb in this track tonight. We saw you use that to great effect last weekend. Is that the tactics again tonight?
I don't know. We're going to see if the rest is going to do something different. This climb is not as hard as the one last week, I think, but after that it's quite technical and then narrow to the finish, so I think that's quite a decisive point again.
Mathieu, thanks very much. Good luck this evening.
Thanks.
Well, the climb was definitely decisive in the women's race we've just seen. Could be the same story in this.
Yeah, fast racing on a course like this, at the top of that climb. Afterwards, what Van der Poel said as well, it goes really quick to the finish line. A lot of corners, hard to overtake each other. And that makes it so difficult for this race. So the start is very important.
And if you didn't join us for the women's race, here's tonight's short track, literally.
930 meters in length. A vertical climb of 30 meters, so it looks like not too much, but it hurts a lot, that short climb. And the race will be around 20-25 minutes.
The women's race did come in at the 20-minute mark, so
a lot of
keep an eye on
corners.
this. Yeah, nice and technical actually, that small descent, but again, you know, the elevation change in these short tracks seems to be where we see the attacks usually, on the up and or the down.
Yeah, we saw it came back again, especially around start-finish area with the riders in the first few laps, but afterwards, when we saw the first attack of one of the riders, they will spread out the field, and then it's really hard to come back again, because the race is short, and each attack costs a lot of energy as well for the riders. A small gap, it's hard to close it.
UCI commissaires are starting to hover around the start line. It won't be long before we get this race underway. Great to see so many people up here, Bart, in La Massana Bike Park. It's quite a strange place to get to. The quickest way to get to the top of the mountain is the gondola. And very unique, this race, in the fact that the race village is at the top of the mountain, not the bottom.
The finish of the downhill, it's at the bottom.
I don't think he's supposed to be there, everyone. We've got a track invasion. France not too far away, just across the border. At least he didn't streak.
Next time, maybe.
He's going to step it up for Sunday. So here comes Nino Schurter then to the light. The number 1 plate. The World Cup leader. Mathieu van der Poel. That's the softest we're going to see him turn the pedals this evening. Maxime Marot from France. Focus rider Florian Vogel.
The European champion.
Yep, followed out by Henrique Avancini.
From Brazil.
All the way from New Zealand. Anton Cooper.
Lars Forster from Switzerland. Another Kiwi, Sam Gaze.
The only other man actually to win one of these things, these short track races, apart from Mathieu van der Poel. So what do you think about Gaze's form coming in this bar? He's been a little bit off the pace the last couple of races, fair to say, I suppose.
Yeah, but I spoke with him earlier this week, and he said he picked for this race over here. He did a lot of... Yeah, he slept in an altitude tent, so we really well prepared for this race. And we knew he is strong in short track racing.
When he's brilliant, he's brilliant. Don't forget as well that he also beat Nino Schurter, the only one to beat him in cross-country racing as well this year. Lars Foster then on the front row. 7th overall, their front plate is their World Cup position. Anton Cooper, all the way from New Zealand. He's a man who likes to travel home between races, believe it or not. Although, no place like home. As Bart said, European champion, Florian Vogel. The Olympic champion. Look at that one-piece bar and stem on that bike. 2nd is his best short track finish so far. Good to see the fluorescent yellows coming back, Bart.
Yeah.
Plenty of brightness on the front row.
You're right with that. Helmets, the bikes, Cannondale bikes.
Maxime Marot rides one of those. We just spoke to him with Rick before the show started. Will Mathieu van der Poel win another one tonight? Henrique Avancini, who I mistakenly thought had a nose piercing, but it's not that at all.
No, it's not that.
And the winner of one short track and one World Cup cross-country race this year. Another New Zealander riding for Team Specialised, Sam Gaze. On the very outside into that first turn. There's Manuel Fumic, the Cannondale factory racing rider. Matthias Flukiger, teammate, just won the women's. He'd like to do the same in the men's race.
He might be able to do it.
Yeah.
He loves a course like this. With a lot of fast corners.
So that is your start list then for tonight's short track race from here in Vallnord, Andorra, La Massana Bike Park, live on Red Bull TV. No Yaroslav Kulhavi in this race. He's actually having some he's had some health problems that he's going to get checked out. Hopefully we'll see him back in action in Montserrat at the next cross-country race, next cross-country World Cup. Matthias Flukiger's brother, Lucas then, number 28. Prado, number 30. Andre Frischnet, son of former world champion Thomas there as well. So race time, pretty sure going to be around the 20-minute mark. The laps will be decided as they finish lap 1.
And that first corner comes immediately after the start, right corner.
The Vallnord short track race is go then.
It's Van der Poel.
Sam Gay's right there on his outside. Schurter on the inside. So Van der Poel, Gaze and Schurter, your first three at the moment.
Lars Forster, Avancini, 4th and 5th. But it's Van der Poel who is pushing hard immediately after the start. That first climb. Here they are.
Definitely not allowing anyone a warm-up, but a nice gentle ride into this. This one looks to be all out on lap one.
What can Sam Gaze do here tonight?
I guess he knows it'll be maybe tallying for his form in Sunday's race, so keep an eye on what Sam Gaze can do.
He knew he's always fast that first lap, even in a cross-country race, even if the shape is not there. But it's Van der Poel who is leading, different lines.
Gaze sets up high, flicks back in.
Schurter on
Avancini goes through ahead of Fumic, Marot, so the three Cannondale riders together there on those fluorescent yellow bikes.
Especially here, riders, they have to slow down, they have to find their position, they have to brake a little bit as well, because it's only one line. Manuel Fumic, the three Cannondale riders, Avancini, Fumic, and Marot.
Already, the riders at the back, a long way back. Here's the start.
Always very important, especially in short track, where positions are very important. On a course like this, with a corner immediately after the start, just maybe 50 meters.
Looks to me like Florian Vogel got swallowed up a little bit off that start, but further back than I think I'd have thought he might have been.
Very difficult for the riders here.
Lucky to get around there actually with no crashes on that.
Yeah,
you know,
gravel, sharp corner, difficult, white handlebars, all close together. Van der Poel, Gaze, Schurter, followed by Lars Forster, the three Cannondale riders, with Avancini, Fumic, Marot.
We're going to have no trouble picking out Team Cannondale this weekend on those bikes anyway. So Van der Poel up over the bridge for the first time. Gaze and Schurter, Forster right there with him.
Riders slowing down a little bit over here.
Avancini over on the left. Number 5 on the front of his bike.
Gaze.
And I can see Schurter actually. Schurter looking like he was
frustrated. A little bit because of that move of Sam Gaze.
A few words being said between these riders, perhaps along that start-finish straight.
But back on 3rd position for Nino Schurter. Florian Vogel inside. Left of him. Now behind him.
Lucas Flicker, the number 28.
But it's Avancini who's leading.
Yeah.
The Brazilian rider.
Coming here off the back of his first ever World Cup podium. So lap 2 of 8. It's going to be an 8-lap race. Won't take long at this pace.
Not at all, it's true. It's going fast. Van der Poel, he didn't do so well here on altitude before the last couple of years. He did a bit of altitude in Livigno in Italy before Val di Sol.
Did he?
But not that much, like maybe even just 10 days, or just a minimum.
And there's a couple of ways. I'm right in thinking that you can also take a chance and just turn up on race day at altitude and it might not affect you. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. If you can sleep on sea level, and that's most of the time the most difficult if you are in the mountains, you can turn up on race day and then perform pretty well even on altitude. But then you have to sleep low just before the race all the time.
Do you? Yeah.
It's difficult. You have to travel to the venue, and that costs a lot of time.
Yeah, exactly. To get down to sea level from here is going to take you, what, a good 2 or 3 hours, really?
Yeah, 3 hours.
Yeah.
So Avancini, a lot of confidence for him after that race from last week, where we finished 4th, first time on the podium. The two Kiwis from New Zealand,
and Avancini
Gaze and Cooper.
And Avancini hasn't cracked the top 5 yet in any short track race. So
the pace is pretty high.
Mathieu van der Poel hasn't finished outside the top 2 in any short track race.
Even the riders are still close together, but you can see Florian Vogel is struggling with that high pace. Manuel Fumic behind him. Kerschbaum over there as well in the green, white and red. The national champion from Italy. Avancini is leading.
Lap 2 completed, then out onto lap 3 they go. Forster in third at the moment. Top 5 actually at 2 of the short track races this year for that man.
It looks like Gaze has something in his mind for this race.
He's riding quite cleverly there in 5th place at the moment, Sam Gaze. Won the Novia Mesto short track, 2nd in the Albstadt Novia Mesto. A man of huge power, Bart, when he needs it.
Yeah, when it comes to a sprint or when it comes down to a few more laps till the finish line, he always has something left, and he's playing with his other riders around him. He's looking back over his shoulder most of the time. And if it comes down to a sprint finish with him, he's very fast.
And he loves, Sam Gaze absolutely loves short track. So Avancini pushing hard around that right-hander. Schurter just ahead of Gaze, looking fairly relaxed there at the moment, as relaxed as you can over this discipline. I don't think relaxed is probably the right word to use, is it?
Yeah, they tried to recover a little bit here in this descent after that Valero. Problem for him.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Yeah, it's really unlucky, especially in a short track race. If you have to change a wheel, and it doesn't matter, even it's a front wheel, looks like he had a flat in the front. It costs so much time, and you are not in the top 16 anymore, what counts a lot for these riders for the first 2 rows for Sunday.
So he's going to have a bad start position come Sunday then, that man. The leaders all staying together at the moment. The pace, I don't know if Nino was right. I'd say it's fairly quick looking at it.
Yeah, especially these corners. Manuel Fuming struggling with that high pace of Avancini, his teammates.
Oh, yeah. You can see it just there. Even pedaling up over the top of that lip.
Gaze in 5th position.
Doesn't look stressed about being a couple of bike lengths back, but here he comes, back on the back wheel of Nino.
Yeah, but Manuel Fuming, he has to push really hard to come back again, and that costs a lot of energy all the time. You can do it 1 or 2 times, but then it's done.
Coming up then to the halfway point as they cross the line. Avancini leads. Forster 2nd. Van der Poel 3rd. Schurter 4th. Sam Gaze in 5th. And here comes the chasing pack as well. So that leading pack about to double in size. Anton Cooper there in the red. Coming up onto the back of this group, just behind Maxime Marot.
And they are back together. The chasing group is coming back. But they will start and hit the hammer down again. Avancini is doing a lot of work. Lars Forster on 2nd. Van der Poel 3rd. Nino Schurter behind him. Gaze. Manuel Fuming is coming to the front.
Yeah.
National champion from Germany.
Look at that. Just when we thought he might have been struggling a bit, he gets right to the front of the pack.
Gaze outside in the red. Moving to the 2nd place right now. Still haven't seen who's leading.
Nadir Coldani, the Italian, has the fastest lap of this race, a 2:24.3 for that man.
With the number 31 number plate. Riding for the Bianchi team.
Avancini looks to be riding with a newfound confidence, Bart.
Yeah, leading, pushing hard this race. 8 laps for these.
Down out of the trees they come again.
Gaze on 2nd place, Lars Forster on 3.
Looking ominous there in 2nd place, Sam Gaze. Well, the pace, if it's anything like the women's race, definitely going to start to hop as they cross the line, and they'll have 3 to go. Gaze tucked in there nicely in 2nd place. Van der Poel and Schurter there.
Kerschbaumer is coming too.
Kirschbaumer in the Italian colours, the real surprise of last weekend's
finished 2nd
cross-country race. Yes, he did. Amazing performance from him.
So also for him a lot of confidence.
It took him 6 laps, Bart, but he caught Nino Schurter. Couldn't run with him right at the very end of the last lap, but it was an incredible performance from that young Italian
what
there.
he did, he finished 2nd, and probably it was more like a win for him.
Yeah, not many people beat Nino.
Yeah, Gaze, he did it this year, but nobody else. Gaze, 2nd place in this short track race. Avancini is still leading. Looks like they slow down a little bit at the moment.
Different tactic from Van der Poel. I mean, we saw him use that climb to his advantage in last Friday's short track race. Here, it doesn't look quite like he's attacking the same.
Now he's afraid a little bit of that altitude. He knows as well, if you go too fast, he will pay the price for that.
Do you think that's what it is? Yeah. Is he less experienced than some of these other riders at altitude?
Yeah. I mean, most of the mountain bike riders, they have done races at altitude many times. Van der Poel, he's pretty new in this scene.
Now you can see the riders, the tension rising, everyone eyes forwards at the moment, waiting for an attack. It could come at any time now. 3 laps to go here in Vallnord, Andorra.
Watch out for Kerschbaumer. With that second place from last weekend. The young rider.
We haven't seen him at the front till now.
He's pushing hard right now. Avancini goes with him. Forster struggling. Gaze on fourth. Van der Poel a bit further down.
And it's still all to fight for though, Bart. Definitely. Big pack make up this leading group. Down they go again. Fumic moved up nicely on that fluorescent yellow bike, just goes through. There goes Van der Poel, Florian Vogel. Oh, bar to bar.
Foot out. That's Colodani in the purple green. Fontana there too.
Kerschbaumer leads. Gaze goes through in fourth. There's Schutter, the Olympic champion. Van der Poel.
And especially these corners, they have to take really fast. And it's really difficult for the riders to stay that close together with a high speed in each corner. Each corner with the gravel, slippery corners because of the dust. On the grass, it's difficult as well to find the traction.
Kerschbaumer. A talented man, 2 times an under-23 world champion. He won the Under-23 World Cup actually in 2011. He won 5 out of the 7 races. So no surprises really to see him at the front. But it's taken him a while, Bart, to get, to deliver what he should have been capable of in men's elite.
Yeah, we saw the youngest winner in the women's category, Kerschbaumer, a young rider in the men's category too. It looks like the younger riders, they are very strong in a discipline like this. Van der Poel also only 23 years old.
Yeah.
A bit further down right now, 8th position. Nino Short on 6th.
Is Van der Poel going to come back? He's still in touch with Nino there, look, just as he goes up over the top of the bridge in the red and white.
Yeah, he's still in touch, but what he showed last week was a bit different.
It was. So Schutter up the inside now. Is Schutter starting to make his move? Yes, straight to the front. Nino yet to win a short track race.
Yeah, what we already discussed, the positions over here in this race, it's really important.
Well, Avancini having none of it. Not scared of the Olympic champions. Straight back to the front.
And Nino knows that as well. But it's now Avancini who's pushing hard, opening the gap.
The Brazilian.
3 riders.
Look at this then. Kerschbaumer trying to go with them.
Nino is strong.
Sam Gaze pushing hard there in the red as well with Lars Forster. Van der Poel now on the back wheel of Gaze. Going to come round, it'll be the penultimate lap next time.
Avancini.
You get the feeling, Bart, the attack could come at any time now.
It is. And Avancini is still leading. He did a lot of work already in this short track race so far. Lars Vos of the BMC team. Nino looks good to me too.
He does. He really does.
On 3.
I think Schutter looks ominous there at the moment. He's playing a waiting game. Just sitting in second place, perhaps saving what he can. Remember, he's already told us that he wants to have fresh legs on Sunday. But 125 points for the win here, also very tempting.
Tito Akkerholt with the number 12. The other BMC rider. Here he is.
Tito Akkerholt. Be a huge win for Avancini and Brazil, but never had an elite man who's Brazilian win anything at this level in cross-country racing.
And we knew the Brazilian people, they love mountain biking.
It's growing down there, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
He has a TV crew follow him. Avancini from Brazil. He's got a TV show being made about him in this World Cup season of his. There's Van der Poel and Sam Gaze. 2 to go as they cross the line.
The previous winners of the short track races this year.
That's right. No one else apart from those 2 has won.
Dus he has something left Van der Poel. Now
Here
moving
comes
to the
Van der
front
Poel.
again.
Schurter had a big, long look over his shoulder.
Avancini is breathing deep.
Is it possible to recover in this race at this pace?
Oh, it's really difficult, especially here on altitude. I would say it's not possible.
No, when you're in, you're in.
Yeah. And you can see here as well, after that attack of Avancini previous lap, riders slow down. And it hurts so much in their lungs.
Maxime Marot there in the red, white and blue coming into this leading pack as well. 9 riders in this group. There goes Mathieu van der Poel then.
What can he do?
This is the attack we were waiting for. I didn't think it was going to come from van der Poel tonight though.
Not at all, you're right, but he does it.
Wow.
Avancini second. Van der Poel.
It's van der Poel. Going to take his third short track win of 2018. Avancini, Foster, Schurter go through. Kirschbaumer, Gaze, Marot.
Fumic, last rider here.
I wonder if anyone's got anything left now in the tank. It's a little bit of a gap for Van der Poel.
Avancini second. Also short on fourth. Kerschbaumer, Gaze, Marot, Braido, Manuel Fumic. Just 8 riders can be on the first row Sunday.
Last week Van der Poel made the attack on the second to last lap stick. Is it going to be the same story? I don't think it is. They look like they're coming back to him.
But if you push it too hard, if you blew up, and also Van der Poel he did, it's really hard to do it again.
Well, we're going to see how hard. I thought then that he might have ridden away with this, but no, they've come back to him.
They did. They are back again. 4 riders. Kerschbaumer closing. 5 riders, sorry. Shorter on fourth. We knew he's also very strong when it comes to a sprint.
Avancini nestled in there in second.
Tito Carrot, a young rider too. He won the man under 23 category 2 years ago.
Well, these riders will fill that front row on Sunday perfectly if no one else joins it and ruins this party. Van der Poel resting up, 1 to go as they come over this bridge to cross the line then.
What can Sam Gaze do here in the red 8th position right now? 1 more lap to go.
Fumic pushing hard, of course. They're all going to attack hard for that last position on the front row. Kirschbaumer on the outside, the pace lifts again. The last lap bell rings. Van der Poel on the inside in this turn.
It's going to be exciting, this last lap.
This is going to be a good last lap.
Positions are very important. Avancini, Kerschbaumer, Van der Poel, Nino Schurter, Maxime Marot, Braido, Tito Carrot, the French rider, the young French rider.
And we might be at the place now where we're going to see the decisive attack on here. Avancini goes. No one really attacking though, Bart.
They all do.
They all do.
That's why it doesn't look like an attack.
Excuse me. I stand corrected by the Olympic champion.
But it's Avancini who's first.
But not the vigour of the lap before. Perhaps all these riders feeling the height here.
That's what they do.
Yeah,
for sure. Kerschbaumer second. And Van der Poel on 3rd place. He knows as a cyclocross rider what to do in the last few hundred meters.
They often come down to sprint finishes, do they?
It is in a short sprint finish. So that's what it is right now. Avancini's leading. Small gaps between the riders. Kerschbaumer second, Van der Poel, Nino Schurter, Maxime Marot, Braido, Tito Carrot and Gaze.
Schurter looks to me like he might be marking that man. Mathieu van der Poel right there.
But they're not slowing down anymore. Definitely not. Out of the saddle, sprinting.
Look at the expression on Avancini's face. Drying his teeth along this straight here.
Not that far anymore.
No, it's not. It's going to come, this attack. Van der Poel just relaxing on the handlebars there, perhaps about to launch something. Who's got what left? That's the big question.
Nino Schurter on 4th place right now. Not the best position.
But he might move up now. The pace is quickening. Avancini is going then. Kirschbaumer right there with him.
A really hard sprint from here on.
It's got to come any second now, unless these guys are all absolutely spent.
It looks like Avancini to me.
Avancini should hold on to this then. Can Kirschbaumer come back? Van der Poel, Schurter, they come up over the bridge. Everyone looks like they're feeling the pace up here at 2,000 metres. It's a sprint to the line. Avancini goes. Here's Mathieu Mathieu van der Poel going to get him. Avancini takes the win in Vallnord of the short track. The first Brazilian to do so. Incredible bar that last lap. A photo finish for second, third and fourth. Wow, what a race that was. Gaze comes across the line in eighth. He chops off the end of the front row for Sunday. Fumik 10th. Fontana there in a photo finish as well, but he's going to be on the second row.
But what a win for Avancini. He was pushing it really hard from the beginning of the race. He showed his form, his strength. But that last lap, incredible how he did it. From the first place on.
I'll tell you what, I think that was probably, looking at it, that looked to be a faster paced race than perhaps was predicted, because no one seemed to have a lot left for an all-out sprint in that down that last road.
And that's because of that high altitude where we are right now. Riders there, they don't have anything left. The positions what they had, it was impossible for them to give anything extra.
Yeah.
But what a win. Here, Van der Poel.
Oh, look at this.
Second place for him.
Well, it was worth it for the points, but that is how hard these riders go. And at this altitude, that can be no fun.
Not at all, no. They need a little bit of oxygen to recover from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hurt themselves a lot.
Yeah.
Different kind of racing what we saw from last week. With the last few laps.
There's Matthias Flukiger.
Incredible.
I raced it out.
He was controlling the race actually, the whole race.
He looks pretty faced after it, Kirschbaumer.
He seems to be in a good shape.
Wow. Exciting racing again, short track delivers. But I remember I raced at Mammoth Mountain at altitude as well. I crossed the line, a downhill race, but I did sprint everywhere. I didn't stop. I went straight in. I found the ambulance and went straight in and asked for oxygen. I thought I was going to suffocate. It was
that's
horrendous.
What altitude is.
It was horrible. Yeah, I could feel their pain a little bit there. But it's Avancini. Look at his face. You did it. Incredible performance from the Cannondale rider.
The strongest today.
And he is with Rick.
Henrik, your first ever short track win, just what does that mean to you?
It was just amazing. I had a really good ride, and I mean, to be on top of the wood on a short track, it's just an amazing feeling. I've been struggling a little bit with the format so far. I always had really strong legs, but I was always getting lost in the middle of the race. And today I discussed it a lot with Manuel Fumic before the race, and also with Phil Dixon, our performance manager. We had a plan, we delivered the plan, and worked it out, so I'm really happy. And this win goes to Brazil. Really, really special moment to me.
You had a really busy pack around you for the whole race. How difficult was it keeping an eye on everyone?
I was definitely had an eye on Kirschbaumer, because this was a short track, but also quite similar to a cross-country effort. And I saw that he was closing the gap little by little. And sometimes it's the best way to ride the short track. But I was always trying to control the fastest guys, which are Gaze, Van der Poel and Nino, the more punchy riders. And I was under control pretty much all the race. It was just amazing. I just had crazy good legs, and once you're there, you get a boost of confidence, and then it's still painful, but not so hard.
What does this do for your confidence ahead of Sunday's XCO race?
Last weekend I got my first ever World Cup podium on the cross country, and today I didn't see that coming. I didn't see this win coming, but still I'm really relaxed. And I must say I don't ride for my own. I ride for my country. I ride for my sport. I ride for the things I believe. So I don't know. I just get an extra power. Maybe it's for sure it's from the guy above that wants to do well at the moment, and let's keep pushing, and let's see how I can do on Sunday. But I'm feeling pretty good, I must say.
Henrik, congratulations, well done tonight.
Thanks a lot, see you on Sunday.
But
It looks like he's ready for Sunday.
What can he do on Sunday? That's what I was just about to ask you.
Yeah, at least he has a lot of confidence. He already got that from last week, but with this win from today, it's even more.
Second separates the top four.
Van der Poel second again.
He's pretty good at short track.
Yeah.
Even when it's at altitude and you come from Holland.
Gaze, he beat him once, but now it's Avancini who did it.
So the second row of the grid is numbers 9 to number 16 there, Lars Foster. How big an advantage is a front two-row start? Massive?
Yeah, massive, especially in the men's category. The speed is high immediately from the start on. Avancini, what a win from him today.
Look what it meant to him. Incredible.
Van der Poel second. Keersbaum on third place. Nino Schurter on fourth.
I think Nino, I feel like he rode that race with Sunday more in mind than perhaps some of the others.
Yeah.
He's having a good week, that man. Mathieu van der Poel.
But I think for him too, with the cross-country race for Sunday in mind, also Van der Poel, it looks like he didn't push it too hard. He did that last week and he had to pay for it during the cross-country race, so
well, all those
it's hard to say.
All those three there still searching for a first World Cup cross-country win. Will it be this weekend? They definitely have got the legs for it. I'm looking forward to it now.
Yeah, what a smile of Avancini here on this podium.
And there are the World Cup standings. So Nino Schurter extends it a little bit, that lead over Mathieu van der Poel. Maxime Rott stays in third. Avancini goes from 5th to 4th. Excuse me, he didn't extend it, but stays there in the 1-2, staying exactly the same. Let's go down to Rick, who is with Mathieu.
Mathieu, we saw you on the ground at the end there. How much did that one hurt?
It was the legs were fine, but it was the breathing there was a little bit difficult. It's something different here in altitude, but yeah, I think I did a good race. Only a stupid mistake at the end.
You attacked. Was that the attack on the penultimate lap? Do you think that cost you?
No, I don't think so. I was still good in the last lap as well, but Avancini, he started sprinting a bit earlier than I thought, and Keersbaum wasn't really able to hold his wheel, and that surprised me a little bit. And then the last straight was a bit too short to still catch him, so second place isn't too bad for Sunday.
What are your thoughts for Sunday's race? Are you feeling confident?
I don't know, like I said already, last year here, after 2 laps I had to quit the race, so it's not really my thing, but I hope to be decent on Sunday and to deliver a good race.
Mathieu, well done this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, great to hear from Mathieu van der Poel there then. So, plenty more coming up on Red Bull TV this weekend. Tomorrow on Red Bull TV, we've got round number 3 of the Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series from the Azores in Portugal. The world's best high divers will dive from a 27 metre, yeah, you heard me right, 27 metre high platform into the Atlantic Ocean. Don't know if I fancy that, Bart.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay, I definitely wouldn't either. And also, we have got you the Goodwood Festival of Speed from the UK. The world's top drivers and riders tackle a 1.8 kilometre course with everything 2- and 4-wheel motorsports have to offer. An incredible celebration of all things petrol there in Goodwood in the UK. And well, we've only just got started here in Vallnord, Andorra. Now we get into things proper. It's tomorrow, the downhill for the men and women on, I don't know if it's the best track of the year, but it's going to be close to it. The riders are loving it. It's dry, it's faster than it's ever been. And I guarantee you it is going to be a spectacle. And on Sunday, the same riders, a lot that we've just seen, go again. Over the longer distance, cross-country World Cup racing. And Bart, I think you'd agree, it is a sensational season we're enjoying.
It is, especially with that warm-up on Friday evening with the short track. Two great races what we have seen this evening. And the winners both with a great and big smile on their face.
Okay, plenty to look forward to. I'll see you tomorrow for the downhill. Thanks for joining us.